Hey everyone, it's your professional sarcastic man and seeker of attention, Oz Chris here with a review of Avengers number 5 and Justice League number 4. Considering that these usually come out on the same weeks, I think Avengers is a twice as a bi-weekly one, I believe. I think it might change next month. I don't know. I'll have to double check the solicits for that, and obviously Justice League is a you know twice a month bi-weekly, so it's easier just to do the reviews together instead of like two separate like 5 minute reviews. It's compare the two teams that supposed to be the A-list teams of Marvel and DC, the Avengers and the Justice League. Review them together. It's such a better idea, and I gotta say, I enjoyed both of these. Yes, that's right. From my previous reviews, I've been saying that Avengers has been okay at best. It's been average. I actually enjoyed Avengers number 5. Like, surprisingly, I finished reading it. I'm just like, wow, that was actually good. I liked that. Wow. And Justice League, as always, it's been great as well, obviously. So we'll start off with Avengers number 5. I do like this cover. Just Cap and Ghost Rider in the car, running away from one of the final hosts. And we start off, and Loki is revealing what the progenitor is. It's a celestial that was dying of a sickness, and that sickness being the bugs, the bug creatures that the Avengers have been fighting, and throughout this story, and as it turns out, the progenitor also created humanity. Okay, you sure? It's just like and Loki's just like oh, there was a good line. It's just like I think it was like Loki was saying like, why do you think all this stuff happens on Earth? Why is like the rest of the universe attracted to Earth? It's just like, I don't know, because almost every title is set on Earth. Of course everything's going to come to Earth, and it's just like, oh no, it's because of this progenitor character. Like, it attracted this other celestial, which is the one that the 100 million BC Avengers attacked, because it was looking for its partner, its mate, actual mate, not an Aussie mate, like an actual mate, and didn't succumb to the same sickness that the first celestial died from. Instead, evolved into a dark celestial instead, and so, continuing, continuing on, the rest of the Avengers, because they're still not the Avengers. Even Stark jokes. He jokes about it. It's just like, wait, the Avengers are here. Cool. Then I can go home. Okay, yeah, sure. I got a slight chuckle out of that one. It's just, but Black Panther and Captain Marvel, they return. They now have bug killing powers, essentially. Like, sure, like, pretty much this issue is just setting up the big players to take down the final hosts. They've got the powers ready. Hulk. I'm not calling her She-Hulk. Hulk and Thor have returned, eating what they found. Doctor Strange has the idea that Ghost Rider should possess one of the Celestials, considering that whatever he takes control of changes. Now you have like the Ghost Rider tractor. He has his car, and then he has the tractor. If he can do that to like those vehicles, the same can be done for technically a a dead celestial. Since it's empty. It's an empty vessel, so she could do it. And what was it? So I just was this panel. This is why this was the main parts is why I definitely enjoyed it. It's just like, okay, Thor and Hulk have now become Ultramen. Tony Stark has his own Megazord, and similar to Ghost Rider, he has his own Megazord as well. This should be. I'm hopefully this should be fun. Just four super powered superheroes taking on the final host, and definitely, like I said, I actually like this. It just, I was surprised it wasn't an okay issue. It was actually a good issue. You got a little backstory about the whole progenitor and the celestial that the 100 million BC Avengers fought. You have technically the Avengers starting to get back together, or actually starting this new Avengers team, because that's something like Stark brings up in jokes, just like, oh, the Avengers are here. It's because they're not the Avengers yet. There isn't an Avengers team, a new iteration yet, after the whole no surrender pointless crossover. And yeah, it was good. It was a good issue, definitely. I did enjoy it very much. Surprise. You did, Jason Aaron, actually did a good job. You didn't produce an okay issue for once. So we'll move on and we'll go to Justice League, which I've definitely been enjoying. Oh god, not because I'm biased because it's Snyder. I've definitely been enjoying it, and if you've been noticing, they've been doing like the real kind of focus is not. It is, while it is a Justice League book, there is more of the focus on the Legion of Doom, as they've been doing like these little like kind of short recap, like short stories about the several members, and this one is Grodd, like how he was the outcast, but he believed he could bring Gorilla City to like triumph and success, but growing up is just like, oh, we need him. This is how we're gonna treat him. This is how he'll become strong. He'll be a true gorilla, a true ape. Is we'll just outcast him to learn how to like fight on his own, and yeah. And as you know, in the tales of Hawkgirl and Batman being inside the rest of the Justice League, they are. Hawkgirl is attacked by the Joker, thinking, "Oh well, he can't do anything to me because I have nth metal wings." And realizing he didn't really bring the chainsaw to cut her wings off, it's just to knock her out and maybe cut her head off. And Batman's ship is destroyed and seemingly eaten by pathogens. Don't worry, he's Batman. He'll survive, because I'm Batman. And at the same time, Sinestro has destroyed Jon Stewart's Green Lantern ring, ensuring he is now forever a part of the Ultraviolet Corp, and he'll never be a Green Lantern. Spoiler, I'm pretty sure he still is. He's still in 2 other books, so I'm pretty sure he will return as a Green Lantern afterwards. And then Grodd is introduced, and we're reintroduced to the whole Still Force that one of the Flash's villains, the Turtle, uses, and it's apparently used by a baby, which just Grodd wearing that and just having the baby in front of him, I don't know why, it's very weird. It's just Grodd, this guy, this this villain who thinks he's so superior to humanity is just like, well, I'm just gonna put this baby in front of me just because it has superpowers. I don't know, but while the Steel Force is being used, he also manipulates Aquaman and Wonder Woman to fight each other. They believe they're actually fighting Black Manta and Cheetah respectively, their own respective villains, while the Flash unwittingly powers the Steel Force, and while Superman is taken over by Lex Luthor, and the Joker does the same. And we have a little kind of backstory about Martian Manhunter's history, about that telepathic plague was the reason why Mars was destroyed. It takes form of whatever like the populace fears. So that was fire, and it just does it because it can. It's how it exists. But I'll leave it there. I definitely enjoyed that issue, and Avengers #5 as well. Surprisingly, I definitely enjoyed. Good job. The two ace teams of comic books actually had, still always good, and actually had a good issue for once. And that's it for the video. Leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on Twitter, check out my previous videos, and I will see you all next time.